everybody. Happy New Year. I am Amy Carrier, and probably more surprising, I'm back. Hello. I am here today to talk to you about your new year. And yes, we're almost 2 weeks into the new year, but you know what? Just like New Year's resolutions, the newness, the change is supposed to last, not just for the new year, but for the rest of your life. So today I've got some tips, some guidelines, some suggestions for you to change your mindset. So I would like for my amazing community in Amy Carrier's classroom to join. So I'm going to give it a few minutes, as I always do, to start up and say hello and welcome to everybody who's here. Thank you for being here. And please share this video. Share it everywhere around the world, okay? And you really won't want to miss this. So here's the thing. I've been really sick, which is why you haven't seen me in a long time. And that's just a little secret for you. I'm going to give you more information, 7 steps, 7 tips for changing your life, and 2 secrets. But I'm going to give you a 3rd secret right now, and that is self-care. Okay, so I built Amy Carrier's classroom. It has my name on it, but I've been sick and I haven't been able to actually go live for a long time. And as much as inside I don't want that to be the case, I have to take care of myself just like you all have to take care of yourselves. So just as a reminder, thank you all for being here. Please take the time to share this video. Hit that little share button. It's free to hit, I promise. And you might change someone else's life today. In the meantime, say hello in the comments. Tell me where you're from. I'm going to read through them actually on my phone. It's easier for me because on Facebook they scroll up and disappear. So, who's here today? Who's interested in setting a new mindset for 2019? Tell me that. Please tell me that. Okay, who do we have? Nasser, hello. Sarish, David. Hi, David. How are you? I don't think you've ever seen me go live before. Didar. Hello, Didar. How are you? Happy New Year to you too, Didar. So how is winter here? Well, it's not snowing yet, but it's so cold. It's so unbelievably cold. I've forgotten my conversions. I can usually convert Fahrenheit, which is how we measure temperature, and the rest of the world uses Celsius. But it has been well below the freezing mark. So that's how winter is going. All right, so Sarish says she really needs a new start to the new year, to 2019. That's wonderful. Nasser says that he's watching this and he's sharing it, and I think maybe he's even drinking some coffee. Are you, Nasser? Is that what the little coffee cup is for? Here, I'll take a sip of mine so I can join you. How's that? Hi, Qasim. How are you? Hey, everybody. I have several new mentors coming into the classroom in February, and Qasim is one of them. He's outstanding. He has wanted to do this for a long time. So Qasim, I'm glad you're here. Davida, there's another mentor in the classroom. If you are not a member of Amy Carrier's classroom, you really need to be. It's free. You get access to amazing human beings from all over the planet who are experts and brilliant and compassionate, and they'll blow your minds just by talking about what they do and what they do so well. And you get access to them in the classroom every single week of the year. There are people that you can learn from. So join Amy Carrier's classroom. It is a group on Facebook. It's a free community. It's a free virtual classroom where you get to learn all the things that are not taught in schools, or the things that you have to pay people to teach you. I get paid to teach what I do. I'm a coach. I get paid to coach. I get paid to teach. I come in here, I teach you for free. I give away whatever I can, and I've asked the rest of the world to do the same thing. Of course, the rest of the world right now is about a dozen mentor teachers and more to come. So keep saying hello. It's so nice to see you all here. Hello, Rayman. Hello, Saqib. Hello. Hey, David. Davida is in Israel. She's one of our mentor teachers in the classroom. She teaches on social impact innovation and how to sustain yourself while you're building something to change the world. My favorite phrase of what she teaches is how to avoid burnout. So definitely make sure you tune in for Davida. She teaches every other Wednesday, I believe at 1 p.m. If that's incorrect, please change that. Oh, and George Kahori, excuse me. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hello from Canada. Hello from the United States to Canada. How are you? I was just asked how the winter is here. Just ask George. He's north of me and it's very, very cold in Canada. Hey, Essen. I'm looking nice. Thank you, Raymond. Sarish, you're always so sweet. So thank you all for being here. And I see that some of you are sharing this video. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. So I actually have a lot to talk about today. And some of you may know, and I've heard from some of you that you wanted me, and I still will, to record a new video for the new year. And I started doing this 2 years ago, and I recorded it on New Year's Eve. And then last year I recorded a video on New Year's Day. Now, unfortunately, I was sick this year, and I'm finally getting back up and running. So a lot of what I would like to talk about in the New Year's video that I do, not for the classroom, just for the world, will come up in this broadcast today, in this lesson that I'm teaching today. And what I've titled it is how you create your new empowered mindset for 2019. And everything in the world is about your mindset. Your day will go according to your mindset. Your life will go according to your mindset. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have challenges, but your mindset is how you decide to respond to whatever comes your way. Okay? So you can say, okay, fine, I'll have the right mindset and move forward, but how do I do that? What does that mean? So that's what I'm going to go through. And today I'm actually going to give you 7 tips. So you can either watch this again or you can take some notes. The tips are pretty clear. And Nasser, I know that you're really good at writing notes in the comments. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Darren. Darren Strong is another mentor. Darren's amazing. He teaches about marketing. He teaches about lead generation. He teaches you how to grow your small business. And he is probably the most faithful one of us mentor teachers in the classroom. He comes on every Friday morning here in the US. It's morning. He comes on at 8 a.m. New York time. So most of you in Europe and Asia should have easy access to that because it's so early here for us. So make sure you check out Darren's lessons. They're just 30 minutes every Friday morning. He often has materials that he posts in the classroom as well. Julia Baker, how are you? Mohammed Sahid Ahmad Shah, he says, please take multivitamin. I'm so weak. I'm not weak, my friend. I am very strong. I've been sick, and don't you worry. I'm taking good care of myself. But thank you for your concern. That's very nice. Okay, so the sun's coming out. Can you tell? You can't even see my face. All right, so Rabia, hello, my dear. How are you? Thank you all for being here. I'm going to get into my 7 tips for you to create your mindset. Before I do that, I think I'm going to close the curtain a little. By the way, how are you all? How's your 2019? How's your new year? Has anything exciting happened to you yet? Tell me in the comments, because I do want to read the comments, and at the end, as I always do, I'll go back and I'll take questions. And hi, Saman, how are you? Saman Zahid, Amy Carrier's classroom virtual assistant. So one more reminder, if you just found this video and you've stayed here long enough to get to this point and you have no idea who I am, what I'm doing, I'm Amy Carrier. I invite you to join my virtual classroom on Facebook, which is called Amy Carrier's Classroom. It's very easy to find if you search for it. It's also easy to find on my personal profile. And today I'm giving you 7 tips for creating a whole new mindset for your new year, for your 2019. And your mindset is always the secret to you having a good day, a good week, a good hour, and a good life. So it's all about reframing and heading yourself in the right direction with the right way of looking at life. That is what your mindset is. So you guys ready? Can I get some thumbs up, some hearts? If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take a look. Okay, and thank you all for asking about me. That's very nice. And Nasser is eating 12 oranges a day to keep sinus problems away. You're funny. I just heard a story from someone who ate a lot of citrus when she was a child, and she actually ended up like destroying her gut unknowingly because citrus is so acidic. So I know you're a funny guy, but don't anybody go eat 12 oranges a day, okay? All right, so here are your 7 tips. And I want to take questions about all of these. I'll talk a little bit, but this is going to set you in a different direction and really get you to the place where you can handle all the things that are coming to you, okay? So tip number 1, I want you to expect the unexpected all the time, every day. Now, I want to see in the comments, are you good at expecting the unexpected? What happens when you decide to do that? Are you actually welcoming the unexpected? Or are you expecting the unexpected, like, oh no, this could be really scary. Doom and gloom is coming. Which way do you go? Because whichever way you go with this idea of the unexpected, because life is purely unexpected things coming your way. Some of them, you might set up ahead of time. You might know that some things are coming, but life is full of a lot of things that you do not expect, and you don't even know are coming. So I want to see in the comments, are you good at this? And do you expect good things, or do you expect bad things to happen? Let's see. All right. And there you go. There's the link to Amy Carrier's classroom. It's a group. You can just click on that. Okay. Who expects good things to happen? I want to see that in the comments. You can say me. You can raise your hand. Okay, I'm getting thumbs up from Rabia. That's great. Rabia, it's always nice to see you. So expecting the unexpected means that you just kind of start your day, go through your day, your week, your life, saying, okay, I know that there are things that are going to come my way, show up on my path. I don't know they're coming. So how do I want to respond to them? They might be amazing. They might be a wonderful opportunity. It might be a new friend. It might be work. It might be money. So those things we can all say, yeah, I'm totally open to those. I want to expect those unexpected things. Now, on the other side, can you expect that sometimes there will be challenges that come your way? But in the same way, can you say, yeah, I expect challenges. That's life. I'm alive. I'm human on planet Earth. So of course I expect challenges, and I'm ready to handle them. Just know that things you didn't plan ahead of time will come. Expect the unexpected. So that's tip number 1. And tip number 2, let me go back to tip number 1. Nasser says, I'm always expecting trouble, so it helps me deal with it. Nasser, I don't want you to expect trouble. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, guys. See, I didn't expect to sneeze in the middle of my broadcast, and now I have to use a tissue to wipe my nose. I told you, I've been sick. I'm still on medicine. So, excuse me. There you go. Hi, Sasha. How are you? Nasser, the thing about expecting trouble, the issue with that, and I want you all to hear that, is if you're expecting trouble, you're actually energetically putting out there in the world that you want more trouble. If you always expect trouble, now let me go back and clarify. I said expect the unexpected, and just know as a wise person that, trouble will come, but don't expect it. And the more you expect the unexpected, the more you prepare yourself to feel excited if good things come and ready to problem solve if bad things come, the more prepared you are in general just to live your life. But I don't want you, Nasser, I really want you to challenge that thought pattern of yours, because you can actually change your mindset and look for more positive things, expect more positive things. Okay. All right. Kasha says challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Yes, that's great. She's right. She's absolutely right. Hey, Alex. Okay, so we're going to move on to number 2. These are the 7 tips for setting a new mindset, a healthier, more positive, more ready for life mindset for your new year and the rest of your life. Okay, so number 2, I want you to surrender to knowing that there's a plan, there's a vision for you that is wiser than you might know. Okay? And this might make sense to some of you. This might make no sense to some of you. And so I want to clarify a little bit more, but let me read the whole sentence to you. Surrender to knowing that there is a plan for you that is greater than what you can imagine. Now, you can think about this in any way that you want. If you're a spiritual person, you can think, yes, there's some sort of wisdom bigger than me, my higher self. If you're a religious person, you can think about your religious perspective. If you are just someone who says, you know what, I just work hard, I do the right thing, and I'm a good person, I still want you to surrender, like open yourself to the fact that there's a bigger wisdom than you that is leading you forward on a path. And I think we've all lived life enough to know that things come up that we don't expect that kind of suddenly change life. But we have things that we're drawn to. We're innately drawn to, for me, for example, I'm innately drawn to teaching and to giving back in the world. Not everybody is. So that comes from a higher wisdom. It's not like when I was a kid, I decided I wanted to be a teacher. When I was a little girl, I loved teaching. My first student was my littler sister. So that's a wisdom that's beyond me. These are my innate skills, talents, interests. It's not something that you kind of go through life and you create a checklist and say, oh, okay, I'm going to decide to be into these things, to be interested in these things. It comes from a wisdom greater than us. It's the same thing with, the Tiger Woods, or, a world-renowned cellist like Yo-Yo Ma. All these brilliant people who are outstanding at whatever they do, it's a bigger wisdom. So surrender that there is a bigger wisdom for you as well. There's a bigger plan for you. And these surprises that come along your path, when you have the right mindset to them, you'll know, okay, well, that's for me. If it's a challenge, that's for me. If it's a great opportunity, that's for me, and I'm prepared to handle it. Your mindset will do a lot to prepare you. Okay, you with me? Does that make sense? Number 2? Let me see the comments. Hello, Karam, how are you? Yes, I'm feeling a little better, finally. Thank you. Finding out, so Kashish says, finding out life purpose. Yeah, so a lot of this, what I just said about expecting the unexpected and surrendering to a bigger plan, there are clues in those things that help you understand your life purpose. That's what Kashish is talking about. So, thank you all for your comments, and I'm getting so many hearts and thumbs up. I love that. It always feels good to see them. Okay, so number 3 is be open to new and better opportunities and solutions than you can imagine yourself. I'll read it again. Be open to new and better opportunities and solutions that are greater than those you can imagine yourself. Okay? Now, that goes right along with tip number 2, which I just read, which is surrender to this greater knowing that there's somehow a greater plan or a path for you, There are things that you are good at and you're interested in, and that's for a reason. So expect that there's going to be more of that for you because it's yours uniquely. Okay. And then when you're open to new and better opportunities than the ones you plan, and it's very, very good to have a plan. It's very, very good to have goals, set benchmarks, have long-term dreams and goals for yourself. That is what keeps you moving forward. But you still want to be open to things that are even better than what you have imagined for yourself or planned for yourself. And the thing about this, if you're open, you're open. People are too often closed off. I'm going to use body language to demonstrate this. People are too often, suspect or suspicious, or they don't trust what comes their way, or they're stubborn. I can tell you right now, I have been so stubborn in my life. And for me, I've been stubborn for a lot of reasons. It's usually because I'm fighting a good fight. I believe in what I believe in. So I'm going to fiercely pursue that. I'm going to take care of people and defend people and advocate for people who need it. And my stubbornness is good for that. But my stubbornness has often tripped me up in life when I have not been open to new ideas. And thankfully, I have friends and family who have been patient with me and helped me to see that there are other ways to see what I'm doing or see what I'm working on or think in a different way. So be open. Don't be like this in life. Be open. Be like Amy, who always talks with her hands, and her hands are always open. Okay. So number 3 is be open to new and better opportunities and solutions than you can imagine for yourself. Excuse me. Okay. So does that make sense? You guys get number 3? This idea of openness and surrender, which is number 2. And number 1 is expecting the unexpected. So far, these all kind of flow together. They're all connected. They're different, smaller ways of thinking. And then, okay, so Kausar, how are you? Basha Khan, hello. I'm doing well, thank you. I am better. I'm still on medication. I'm still having a sinus thing, so forgive me for my around here. This is what happens in the wintertime because of the climate. We kind of get sick. So that's what's happening, but I'm great. I'm so excited. I was actually really, really excited. Yesterday, I sent a message to someone and I said, I'm really excited to broadcast live again on tomorrow, on Monday, because I've really missed doing this with you guys. All right, so number 4. Number 4 is kind of like it's kind of the icing on the cake. So if you can expect the unexpected, surrender to knowing that there's a plan greater than the one you're making for yourself, which just means greater. It just means bigger. There are more pieces and parts that maybe you haven't thought of. And if you can be open to new and better opportunities that you haven't thought of, that's number 3. Number 4 is have trust and faith. So trust and faith are similar, but I want to present them to you as kind of 2 different things. So trust the bigger plan. Trust the things that are going to come in. Trust yourself, your ability to respond to the unexpected, and have faith. Whatever that means for you, as I said, it could be, your spirituality, it could be your religion, it could be your outlook on life. Just have faith, and faith will help to keep you on your track. Not just that you've planned for yourself. Remember that. So have trust and faith. And then number 5, this supports everything I've said so far, and that is employ your intuition. So it's one thing to have intuition. Like everybody knows they've had that gut feeling like something's not right, or they get really excited and they just know that this is the right thing to do. You have to trust that intuition, But when I say employ that intuition, that means act on it. That means take that knowing and put it into practice, put it into making your life decisions, put it into behaving, put it into doing what you do. Employ it. Make it your teammate. Make it work for you. Okay? So number 5 is just simply employ your intuition. Don't ignore your intuition. It's there for a reason. All right, let me check the comments. How are we doing? Does this make sense to everybody? So for those of you who are just joining, and thank you, there are some of you who have just joined, we're talking about 7 tips for creating a new mindset for 2019. And I've just gone through the first 5, and I'm about to go into 6 and 7. So number 1 is expect the unexpected. Number 2 is surrender to knowing that there is a plan for you that's greater than you can imagine. Number 3 is related to number 2, and that is be open to new and better opportunities and solutions that maybe you hadn't thought of yourself. Number 4 is have trust and have faith. Trust yourself, have faith that the path you're on is the path you're meant to be on. Number 5 is employ your intuition. So trust your gut, trust your knowing, trust that little voice inside of you that says, I should do this. I keep thinking about it. I keep waking up every morning wondering if I should start doing that one thing. Trust that. And then employ that intuition. Actually do the things that your intuition is telling you to do. Okay. Now, hi, Vinny. Hi, Sandy. All right, so number 6 is your insight into yourself. Okay, so you have to kind of think about this a little bit. Your insight into yourself is more important than ever. So what does that mean? Your insight, so it's kind of like your knowing about yourself, is more important than ever. And that's because we now live in a time where there's no time to waste. If you have a passion, if you have an interest, if you have intuition telling you to do something and act in a particular way, it's time to go. And the reason it's time to go is because we all know the chaos that's happening on the planet. Your insight is more important now because it's speaking to you to say, this is what I'm here to do. I have something to do in this world, and it's very important. And by the way, I'm going to give you some secrets, and I'm also going to give you a mantra in just a moment so that you can use that mantra to remind yourself every single day. You can write it on a piece of paper, put it on your mirror, and remind yourself about the fact that your insight is important. It's needed in the world. And I know a lot of people struggle with this because you think you aren't on the right life path, or you're not making the right decisions, or you don't know what your passion is or your life purpose is. That's why I'm saying your insight into yourself will bring those answers. It's already trying to give you those answers, but you have to spend more time looking at yourself. You can do that through journaling. You can do that through meditation. You can do that through talking to trusted people in your circle. You can do it through talking to strangers. You know, just next time you go to the market or you go to a coffee shop, talk to somebody and just ask them about themselves and share a little something about yourself and see how you act upon, remember, employ your intuition, but how you act upon your insight into yourself. There's only one person who can be you. It's you. Okay. And number 7, I love. This is my view of life, and those of you who know me probably know this. Number 7 is believe in magic, your own magic. There are actually 2 different things there. Believe in magic and believe in your own magic. That means you're actually so much more amazing than you think. You actually have gifts and skills and talents that you might not be aware of, you might not be conscious of, but they exist within you. And if you know just the basics about psychology, we all know that we have a consciousness, then we have a subconscious, then we have an unconscious. So there are levels of knowing within us, just psychologically. I'm not going to go into your energetic bodies and everything else, but you are more magical than you know. So I want you to believe in magic, and specifically believe in your magic. Surprise yourself. Make yourself laugh at yourself. Make yourself really impressed with who you are, just because you do all these things that we've been talking about. You act on your intuition, you expect the unexpected, and you trust yourself to actually know what to say and what to do in any given situation or circumstance. Okay? That's your magic. You can't go through life planning ahead of time how to react to things that haven't happened yet. That would mean that you would spend forever never living, only anxiously awaiting something that hasn't happened. Because you can't do that. And a lot of us have learned that we should be doing that because the education systems around the world have told us to plan and study and memorize. Life doesn't happen that way. So just trust and believe in your own magic, that you have things inside of you that will impress you and amaze you every single day of your life that you haven't even thought of yet. I call that magic. Okay? So those are the 7 tips, and I'm about to give you 2 secrets. I'm going to give you a mantra as well. And what I'd like to do is take a look at the comments. Do you guys have any questions, any comments? I'm happy to take a couple minutes here to respond to you all. And thank you to everyone who's here. And if you have not yet shared this video, please share it. And if you're not a member of Amy Carrier's Classroom, go do it. It's free. There are amazing people there. All right. So I'm getting well said, good. Somebody loves me a lot. Okay. Yes, opportunities come after hard work. So Shahid, I want to say to you, opportunities come after hard work, but not exclusively. Opportunities also come out of the blue. You have to do the work to create things for yourself, to set up your life, to prove that you know things, that you have insight or skills that are of value in the world. You have to do that work, but the universe doesn't wait to give you opportunities until you've achieved some, unspecified level of hard work. It comes all the time. And there may be days, months, weeks, even years where you feel like nothing's coming. If that's the case, that's the time that you need to do the work. And it's not just the work. It's not just studying. It's not just performing. It's also spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself, looking inside, listening to your intuition. That's the work. And once you start doing that, then you start acting and responding differently to the things that come your way. And then that's when the opportunities start to flow in. Okay, so Kasha says, believe in yourself and you'll be unstoppable. Yes, girl. Hey, Jay, how are you? She said, Miss Carrier, do you have these tips written so that they can be sent via email? When I'm done, I will put them in the description of the video and I'll post them in my virtual classroom. But yes, and thank you for asking. See, good note taking. Now, right below your comment, actually, is Nasser, who has put all 7 tips right there in the comments. So you can also copy those. And he even includes these really cute little emojis. Thank you, Nasser. You're such a good student. Okay. Abdul is echoing, expect the unexpected. How's that for a mindset for your new year? Expect the unexpected. It doesn't mean sit back and do nothing. I give you a lot of things that you actually have to do, but it's all about thinking differently, feeling differently, acting differently, so that you set yourself up to live the kind of life that's uniquely yours to live. And there's only one you, so you have to live your life. And you're not on the wrong path, I promise you. If you think you are, if somebody has told you you are, you're not. You can't be on the wrong path. You're living in your body, in your home, in your city, doing what you're doing every day. That's your path. That's your life. Okay. You're welcome, hon. All right, have trust and faith. Yeah, let me Nasser put them in there. What do we have for time here? Okay. So I'm just going to go through them really quickly. These are the 7 tips for you to have a new mindset for 2019. So number 1, expect the unexpected. Number 2, surrender to knowing that there's a plan for you that is greater than you can imagine. Number 3, be open to new and better opportunities and solutions than you can imagine for yourself. Number 4, have trust and faith. 2 different things. Go back and watch the video if you missed that. Number 5, employ your intuition. Don't just listen to your gut. Definitely listen to it. Listen to the little voice in your head. You have to act on it. That is what it means to employ your intuition. Number 6, your insight into yourself is more important than ever. Right now, today, your insight, knowing yourself, is more important than it has ever been before. And that means every day for the rest of your life. Number 7, believe in magic. Okay, and here's the mantra I actually have 2 mantras for you. Here's the mantra. I want you to wake up every single day and say, I am excited to step into my own creation energy in new ways today. I'm excited to step into my own creation energies in new ways today. That just sets you up to say, okay, I don't know what those new ways are, but I'm going to make them. It's my creation energy. And 2019 is a year of creation. It's a year of coming up with new things. So start your morning with a positive mantra that sets your tone, sets your mindset for the day to be excited for the new things that are coming, especially your creative intuition. And be authentic. Don't try to be someone you're not. Be yourself. I promise you that what you have to bring to the world that is uniquely you is exactly what the world needs. I said this before. And you being authentically who you are will bring exactly what it is that the world wants you to bring. It will get you right on purpose. All right. So I'm going to give you 2 secrets, but before I do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between last year and 2019. And this is important for those of you who actually do follow my intuitive videos for the new year, and this lesson is actually a lot of that. I want you to know that your understanding of where you've come from and where you're going helps you to have a bigger view of your life. Okay. So I think most of you will agree in how I'm going to summarize 2018. Last year, 2018 shifted and changed everything. I mean, when I look at my life in 2018, who I was January 1st of 2018 and who I was New Year's Eve 2018, totally, completely different person, different everything. I happen to remember New Year's Day because we had a big kickoff in Amy Carrier's classroom. It was amazing. We actually did this outstanding video live broadcast with every single one of the mentor teachers from around the world. Leland Best did that. And by the way, Leland Best will teach you video broadcasting on Wednesdays. Send him messages if you love him and miss him, because we have to get him back. He's really busy right now, but tell him you miss him. Extend your gratitude for that. So who I was and what was happening with the classroom on New Year's Day last year, totally, completely different from who I was by the end of the year. And I bet the same is true for you. We let go of a lot of things in 2018. We lost things in 2018. And I want you to think about those things that you lost or let go of or were taken away from you as the things that needed to go in order to put you on a new path to new things that needed space in order to come in. So that was last year. This year, I want you to make this year, 2019, a year of self-care. Remember, I could not broadcast. I could not fake it. I could not get on this camera in front of you all and pretend that I was, I could put makeup on, do my hair, and look nice, but inside I was still feeling really sick. So self-care gave me the opportunity to say, I don't need to be here. This is my volunteer work. Even if I were getting paid for it, self-care means I still have to put me first. I'm not valuable to other people if I'm not taking care of myself. So make 2019 the year of self-care, self-respect, self-love. Make it a year of speaking your truth and honoring yourself. Honor yourself. I'm actually pausing on that word because one of the things that I've seen throughout all my work, my friendships, my teaching, the teaching that I do in Amy Carrier's classroom, the teaching that I do in my spiritual development groups, everything I do, I have observed that most people do not honor themselves. And honor is such a beautiful word. I don't think we actually use it enough in our lexicon, in our language, in just kind of our day-to-day approach to life. When you honor something, we think of honoring, deities or saints or gods or, celebrities. Actually, I don't think you honor a celebrity, but we honor these other beings, these other people, because somehow in our minds we think that they've accomplished more, they're better than we are, they're bigger than us. No, 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 no. Honor starts here. When I honor myself, it pretty much covers everything else I've already talked to you about. When I honor myself, I am taking care of me and setting myself up to live exactly the way I need to live my life exquisitely, honoring myself. So speaking your truth and honoring yourself are absolutely essential to your new year, to your new mindset, to your 2019, and to the rest of your life. Make 2019 also the year of prioritizing yourself. That goes right along with self-love and self-care and honoring, speaking your truth. Prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. And I want you, remember I gave you the mantra for 2019, had the word creating. I want you to create new things that do not exist. Make that part of your purpose this year. We need new things that don't exist. And I don't mean tangible things. I mean new ideas, new behaviors, new mindsets, new ways of building peace and friendship and solving problems. Create. This is a for those of you who study numerology, or even if you haven't heard of it, numbers have energy, and every number has a different energy, and you can read about this online. And I love this because I've always felt this way. I finally found a language, and the language is numerology. So this year is a numeral 3 universal year. So number 3 years are years of creation. And I don't want to go into that because that's another class that I teach. But use the energy this year to create something. And if you felt drawn to make something, create something, just do it. Okay. And all right, so my 2 secrets, they're coming up right after I take a look at the comments and the questions. So we're almost done with my broadcast here. I just want to give you all the opportunity to ask a question. And then I am going to let you guys know what my 2 secrets are. And they really are secrets. If you take classes about a lot of things, like if you've ever looked at any class on Mind Valley, or if you have any spiritual teachers that you follow, I'm going to give you 2 secrets that they talk about all the time. And that will help you to better go through this year and the rest of your life. So Saad says he agrees. We least honor ourselves. Yeah. And we need to stop that, because if the whole world is filled with people who aren't honoring themselves, that's a frightening place to live, right? I honor myself. I love myself. I honor myself. I take care of myself. I prioritize myself. I forgive myself. These things are so important. Okay, so Nasser wrote down, this is a year of self-care, self-love, self-respect, self-cooking. Oh, Nasser, I love you. You're amazing. Okay, and I'm getting lots of people agreeing. Have trust and faith, expect the unexpected. Yes, okay. So any questions, any thoughts before I give you all my 2 secrets about life to help you through this year? I'm happy to answer your questions. If you have anything you'd like to say, just let me know. I'm here for you. You got me for like 10 more minutes, actually like 5 more minutes. So give me your comments, guys, your questions. How can I help you right now on this broadcast today to set yourself up for a new mindset for 2019? Tell me. I'm listening. Okay. Hello, Lisette. How are you? Lisette, I'm answering questions about how I can help people set up their new mindset for 2019. I've just given 7 tips, and I'm about to give 2 secrets, and I give a mantra. And I'll give you all that mantra again. I am excited to step into my own creation energies in new ways today. I am excited to step into my own creation energies in new ways today. Okay. So what do you all think? Lovely to see you too, Lisette. Any questions, comments, anything else, guys? You just want the secrets? Is that it? I'm happy to give them to you. All right. So yes, Lisette, thank you so much. I'm so glad you connected, and thank you for joining the classroom. Your comment was so kind, and it's always nice to have people who appreciate the classroom and the community that we're building. So thank you for that. Thank you, Kashish. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go through the 7 tips for 2019, a quick review, how to set your new mindset for the new year. And then I'm going to give you the 2 secrets. Okay, so number 1, expect the unexpected. Oh, Nasser has a question. Okay. He says, have you thought about eating oranges yet? I have a brand new bag of oranges in my kitchen. You know what, Nasser, just for you, I will go eat an orange, probably 2. I have those little ones. I'll go eat 2 after this broadcast. How's that? Don't you worry. I'm getting my vitamins, but thank you for being concerned about me. That makes me feel honored. See? Okay. You're blind for the secret. Okay. So 7 tips once more. Number 1, expect the unexpected. Number 2, surrender to knowing that there is a plan for you greater than what you can imagine. All of these things, understand them, internalize them, let them create your new mindset, okay? Number 3, be open to new and better opportunities and solutions than you are able to imagine yourself, or that you have imagined yourself. Number 4, have trust and have faith, and spend some time thinking about what's the difference between those 2 to you. Number 5, employ your intuition. Listen to your inner knowing and then put it to work. Don't ignore it. Never ignore it. Number 6, your insight into yourself is more important now than ever. So you need to know yourself. Journal, meditate, talk to friends, talk to strangers, know who you are. Number 7, believe in magic. Believe in your own magic. Okay? All right, so the 2 secrets. And, there's obviously more to this. So I'm just going to state them. I'll give you a little bit of insight. But if you have questions, you should ask the questions. And if we run out of time here today, we can do that in the classroom. So secret number 1, life is not linear. It's just not. In fact, there's almost nothing that's linear. So if you accept that life is not linear, then you can accept that something you've done and worked on here might not show fruit right away when you're thinking it's going to come. In fact, what might show fruit might be something that you planted seeds for 5 years ago. So if you get stuck in and you get determined that if you don't see the outcome of your efforts right now or next, you put in this effort and then you expect the outcome immediately following, you will be disappointed because life is not linear. Trust the soup of life. In my coaching with my clients, I actually describe that life is like soup. It's like making a soup, right? So you don't do everything all at once to make soup. There's a process. For example, you have to heat the water. You have to boil the water. That has to happen first before you put anything in it. But if you quit after step 1, all you have is boiled water, not soup. Okay. So if you say, all right, well, I'll keep working on it. But if you only then put in the potatoes, and if you've ever made soup, you put in the potatoes first because they need the longest time to cook. If you get frustrated with yourself because you've taken some steps towards soup, but you give up and you say, oh, it's just not it's not done. It hasn't happened. Then you have to understand that all you're going to have is potatoes and water. That's not soup. But if you have faith in the process and you know that different steps are taken at different times because it all works together in its own time, you'll know that the potatoes go in, and then maybe the carrots and the onions go in, and then if you're putting meat in, the meat goes in, so that has time to cook, and then you put the spices in and you'll let it all cook for a while. And then if this is a soup that you're going to put, you know how long it takes to cook rice. So do you put the rice in first, or do you put the pasta in first, or the potatoes? Everything has a process. Everything has its own time. And if you're eating a soup that has a garnish on top, that garnish comes at the end. But if you quit, if you give up, if you get disappointed, if you feel like it's not happening in the timeline that I want, you will never get soup. So think about the fact that life is like making soup. So take all the steps and allow the soup to have time for the flavors to integrate, for all of the different ingredients to cook the way they need to cook, and for the spices to kind of get into all of the different things that they need to get into. That's life. So that's secret number 1. Secret number 2. This one's so big, and this is why I've created Amy Carrier's Classroom. Secret number 2 is that all new things, all gifts, all unexpected things on your path come from social interaction. You cannot sit in your house by yourself and come up with things all by yourself and expect that amazing things are going to happen. You have to interact with other people. You have to exchange your ideas with them, brainstorm, let your ideas get bigger and richer and smarter because of the input of other people. Let your idea start to grow a team from your social interactions. Let yourself, the creator of your idea, learn more, get more conscious of the environment that you're building this thing into, develop more skills, get more insight. You have to interact with other people in order to create anything now. It's impossible for people to create things all by themselves. It's just impossible. So I want you to understand the importance of social interaction. And we're all so blessed because we live in an era where we can do this. I can talk to Nasser, who's making me crack up like he always does. He's in Pakistan. I'm in the United States. He's 10 hours ahead of me, but look what we're doing. We're interacting. So Nasser learns things from Amy Carrier's Classroom. I get things from Nasser. Usually they're kitten emojis or kitten gifs. And they make me laugh all the time. But the thing about Nasser, let me just use Nasser as an example. Nasser gives me regular feedback that I'm doing something important in the world. Not just I'm have people teaching lessons and those lessons are having an impact. It's the social interaction. I'm making Nasser interested in what I'm doing enough for him to do things like list all 7 tips in the comments and give me a cat gif or a kitten gif when I'm not feeling well to make me feel better. That's just human interaction. That's us living as a human family. So tip number 2 is that anything you want in the world comes as a result of social interaction, human interaction of some sort. So give that to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for not being able to figure things out all by yourself, because you can't. Nobody's supposed to. So those are my 2 secrets. Number 1, life is not linear. Number 2, all gifts you will ever receive in life come as the result of social interaction. You learning from people, other people knowing you, being impressed with you, thinking of you when they have an opportunity, a job, a project. It's all social interaction. So I wish you all the most wonderful 2019, because this is the year where we get to just be who we are and create and give our gifts to the world. This is what life is supposed to be. Okay? So all of the trials and tribulations you've been to this point, honor yourself. Honor yourself, thank yourself, love yourself for going through those struggles, and give yourself the opportunity now to create, because those struggles were all your lessons. It was the curriculum of your life. So go forth, trust your intuition, expect the unexpected, and create a beautiful, brilliant life for yourself and for all the other people in the world, because we don't live for ourselves. We live for each other. Okay? So I hope you all got something out of this. Let me take one more quick look. Any questions, any comments before I hop off? Hi, Carrie. Hi, Layla. Hi, Rafia. Lisette loves the use of metaphors in the process. Are you talking about my use of the soup metaphor? No, nobody wants just boiled potatoes. That's not very fun. Trust me, many Irish people know that very well. I'm one of them. So Saad says, for improving intuition, I would recommend a book, Blink. I love Blink. I have Blink. Yes, yes. And there's also something else I'll tell you about. A woman named Mel Robbins, I think. She has, for those of you who feel like you cannot act on your intuition, she has this amazing secret. You can find her video on YouTube. It's called the 5-second rule. And that is when you have that moment of insight, which Malcolm Gladwell talks about in Blink, you need to get up and act on it. And she tells you exactly how to do it. And the thing is, it's so simple. She's written a whole book on it. You give yourself, within 5 seconds of having that idea, you get up and move. Like physically move your body, physically do something to act on that intuition that you just got. That will change your life. Excellent suggestion, my friend Sud. Okay, so Nasser's writing the secrets. Thank you, Nasser. Hi, Julia. Lisette says, beautiful, Amy, working together is causing the effect to turn something small into something bigger. Absolutely. Rafia says, hi. Hi, Layla. Thank you. Super 2019 to you also. 2019 is great so far. It is for me, certainly. And I have expected the unexpected, and already the unexpected has showed up in my life in ways I could never have planned for, never have imagined. That will happen to you, my friends. Ashad says, I like your hair. Thank you, my friend. All right, so Saad says, life is not linear. This might happen. The seeds are planted today. The fruit's 5 years from now. Yes, he's also writing down the secrets. Julia says, implementing at the speed of your insights. Yes, Julia, I love that. You should make that a post on your timeline and in the classroom. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. I've really enjoyed this. Oh my, I've gone 3 minutes over. So I'm going to say, if you are not already a member of Amy Carrier's classroom, please join now. Uh, Someone has very nicely posted this as the pinned post at the top of this broadcast. So click on that link, go join Amy Carrier's classroom. All you have to do is answer 3 simple questions and make sure you check out the pinned post inside the classroom to learn who teaches when and what they're teaching. And we will have new mentor teachers coming in February. So thank you for being a member of my community, being a member of my world. And I hope this was valuable to you today. And if you like what I've talked about today, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Amy Carrier Empowers. And you can also easily find it and my website and everything else at the top of my personal profile where I'm broadcasting this today. So go check it out. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can see so many more lessons that I've taught over the years and talks I've given and mini lessons. So thank you all, and share everything that inspires you, because it will inspire someone else as well. And that's what this whole life is about. Hey, I got something out of this. Maybe you will too. All right. Thank you all for being here. Have a fantastic 2019. Don't get sick. If you do, self-care, self-love, honor yourself, take care of yourself, take a break, and I will see you guys again. Okay. Mwah. Love you. Bye-bye.